Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. Alright, so in this video we will cover Cardano and talk about some of the potential on the upside, and just walk through the Cardano chart. What are some of the level that we need to clear on the upside? What are some of the long-term potential for Cardano, and so what are some of the short-term hurdles that we need to overcome? Alright, so before we get it started, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit those notification and those bell icon so you get this content right away. As you know that we are in a very dynamic market which changes every hour, every minute, so it's very critical that we stay up to date with this market. So please make sure to hit those notification icon so you get these videos as soon as I upload them on YouTube. Alright, and if you think this is helping you, if you think this content is helping you with your trading, with your investing in the cryptocurrencies, then please make sure to give me thumbs up. That really means a lot and keeps me motivated in doing this video content review for you every day. Alright, so let's get it started on Cardano. That being said, so let's walk through the chart real quick. Alright, so Cardano had its major breakout back in December. Alright, and since then we have been consolidating. Then it broke out with overall market and made the all-time high around $1.40. Alright, that was back in January when it made that all-time high. It was pretty overstretched at that point. Anything that goes up, like the vertical up, will come down sooner or later. So that was just a matter of time that it was going to retrace. It got retracement, but it got with the overall market getting weaker, the price action obviously took a nosedive. Alright, and since then it have been in this kind of falling wedge type of pattern, just keep steady downtrend. It's just steady downtrend. It tried to break out a few times, but it never followed through. Alright, so right now what is going on with Cardano is we made this recent low, which was around 12 cents in Cardano over the weekend. There was a lot of volume when we made that the 12 cent low. That kind of indicates that a lot of the weak remaining hands in Cardano might be out of the price action in Cardano, who are the weak last few remaining weak hands that probably folded in Cardano. Alright, just because the volume has picked up and this down leg significantly compared to the previous down leg, and after having this significant downtrend, and when the volume picks up like that, that kind of indicates that people were holding in their painful position in Cardano. They might be the last one who are getting rid of it. So when that happens, it's called capitulation. When that happens, is what it indicates is everyone who wanted to sell Cardano is out of Cardano. So the remaining one will be the buyers. So basically, if you look at it as a simple supply and demand. Alright, so when your supply is limited and your demand it's higher or getting higher, then obviously the price will increase. Alright, so there are so many people who will hold on Cardano to 10 cents, 8 cents. They will be like, okay, I will wait it out for 2-3 years because they believe in the project, they believe in the team. So those are some core people who probably will hold Cardano no matter what. They won't get shaken up by this day-to-day, month-to-month action. They are holding it for for a couple of years. They don't care about day-to-day trading or day-to-day investment. They will just hold it out. So but the remaining one that wanted to obviously, who are watching and paying close attention, obviously got rid of Cardano at this level, and that really created that oversold kind of conditions in Cardano for last couple of days. Now the thing that I like about Cardano right now, technically speaking, is this major trend line, resistance line that we have been following since the all-time high back in January. That line, we have breached that line. We are over that line based on today's trading or based on yesterday's trading. Now what we are trying to do is trying to clear up that 11-day moving average on the upside. So right now we are barely sitting over that 11-day moving average. If I zoom this in really, and we're barely sitting over that 11-day moving average. So for Cardano to have a run toward 20 cents, we need to stay over first of all, yeah, we need to stay over that that 11-day moving average. All right, then the 20 cents, that is going to provide some intermediate resistance. All right, so if we can clear that 20-cent resistance perhaps today into tomorrow, then we have this 20-day moving average. Yep, 20-day moving average, which will act as a resistance around 22 cents. Okay, so 20 cents is one of the major resistance for Cardano. Then we have 22 cents to clear, and then I think one of the major target that we need to look into for Cardano is going to be around 25 cents, 25 cents. So that target is still remain. I think we can definitely run toward that 25 target by end of this month or by early April. The few things that needs to happen is we need to have overall positive market. We need to make sure. So one thing that is very clear, that we need to have overall like positive cryptocurrency market. If there are negative headline news from any government or any of the hacking or any of the negative news that might impact any of the coins, then obviously that scenario changes. But remember, if you're holding on to a good coin, good project, then you probably want to look into adding position when the trades are when the coins are trading at discount. So when I say never go all in, that's what I mean. You never want to go all in into the coin unless you're using your stop loss very carefully and you're using it very often. So you want to let's say if you're making a trade for Cardano at 19 cents, then make sure you're putting your stop losses at maybe 17 cents. So that, or maybe 18 cents, so that you cannot lose more than 1 cent on that trade. So keep those stop losses tight, or buy it in the phases, buy it in smaller increments, buying 10% of the position, then maybe 20% of the position, so that you have not gone all in and you have enough cash or fiat currency on hand to buy in if there's a need. Okay, so just to recap, Cardano is trying to break this major resistance trend right now. The question is, are we going to have the follow through? A lot of the trend break that we have seen recently, they did not follow through. So I will be making sure that I use my stop losses. I want to make sure if I'm going in this trade, then I will probably keep in my stop loss right around 18 cents. So I know the maximum loss I can have on this trade is around 1 cent. So that would be the strategy that I would use. It might work, it might not, but I know what is my downside risk. That's the main thing. I know my upside potential, but if I don't know my downside risk, then it's kind of worthless, right? So let's say if I go in a long trade right here, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say if I go take a long trade, I put my stop loss at 18 cents. That's about 6%. You can put it around 5% in this kind of market, but let's say you put a little bit liberal stop. All right, and your upside you're looking at the first target is around 25 cents. That's about 30% return, and the risk to reward is 5.23, which is a very good risk to reward. All right, so again, those are some of the things that you can possibly do this market, you have to be skeptical until we are out of clear on the BTC. The level that you're looking for is around 11,700 to be clear. We need to get over 11,700 to be to get out of the like significant downtrend that we have witnessed in last month or so. All right, until then, make sure you are taking your profits, you know, making periodic profit or putting your stop losses on the upside, so that way you know that you are protecting your trade and you're not trading with your emotions or investing with your emotion. Let you know, use your stop losses. They're there to help you. And if you're not comfortable using stop losses, then perhaps buy it in the phase approach. You know, you don't have to. That's another thing. You know, if you're not like comfortable using stop losses, or you don't want to get kicked out of the trade, then perhaps, you know, use buy it in phase, you know, and like have the number set in your mind. Let's say if you get into, for example, if you don't want to use Cardano stop losses, right? If you don't want to use that stop loss at 18 cents, let's say if you get into this trade at right now around 19 cents. Okay, so make sure you don't go all into this trade. You are buying only, so let's say if you have $1,000 to invest right now, you only go with maybe $400 right here. Okay, when it comes down to 16 cents, then maybe you put in another $200. All right, if it comes down to another, like, you know, 11 cents, then you might put in another like $300 or $400. So you're getting a better price average, and that is the strategy you probably want to use for like a longer term investing, something that you believe in, something you know that will have long-term potential, not for a speculative coins. So more of a coin that are more like, you know, have proven themselves and have a better use case in the real world. All right, so keep those things in mind, and yeah, just you know, be skeptical about any of the bounces we're getting right now until the market gives us a clear indication that we are out of the woods. I would be using my stop losses. I will be taking profits when given the opportunities, even if it like coin goes maybe like 4 or 5% more than my profit target. I'll be okay. I will sit it out. I'll be like, okay, I that was my profit target, and I took my profit, and I'm happy with that. So, you know, don't get greedy. Remember, bulls make money, bears make money, but hogs get slaughtered. So don't be a hog. All right, because when you do those kind of things, it's a very psychological thing. You know, it's like, let's say if you got into a trade and you took your profit at 25 cents, but next thing you know, Cardano runs up to 30 cents. And you're like, oh my God, I should have you know, kept Cardano. I knew it. I should have kept it. I knew it all along. And you know, that will stick in your mind next time around. So when you make the next trade, that will be like, you know, you won't use your, like, you won't take that profit, or you won't have the stop loss underneath, and you'll be like, all right, I know it's gonna go to 30 cents. I know it's gonna have a huge potential. Next thing you know, it's come right back to 20 cents or perhaps 15 cents. So those kind of things, that's why it's like, you know, you're trying to create habits here, a good habit which will stick with you, and it becomes like a second nature. So those are the things that you want to, like, you know, learn, apply, and, you know, get better at. So this doesn't happen overnight. Okay, this thing, it won't happen overnight. You have to do it again and again. To get better at it, something, you have to put in the time, and you have to do it again and again. All right, so I know I'm going a little bit longer on this video, but I just wanted to, like, you know, make sure that people do understand what I'm trying to say, on what point I'm trying to, like, elaborate here, and just give my viewpoint on it. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what do you think about Cardano, if you have heard anything about Cardano recently. This is one of the good projects we have talked about previously, and it does have a good team behind it as well. So all in all, it's a good coin in my opinion, and there is a potential trade here. We'll see how it looks in next 24 to 48 hours. All right, because that will be crucial. Next 24 to 48 hours will be very crucial with a lot of these coins, because we are we need to see if we are going to break out. For instance, if we are looking at BTC, so we had this falling wedge, right? We broke out of that falling wedge. Now can we stay over that falling wedge to make a run toward 9200, 9400 levels for tomorrow and day after? So that's a big question. Or is it just a fake out right here? So that's why I'm saying the next 24 hours will be crucial. So use your stop losses wisely, and there is an opportunity in the market. So just be patient. Sometimes it's doing nothing is the best thing. All right, so a lot of time amateur trader get very anxious on making trades, or just getting into the market. But sometimes it's you have to let the trade come to you. You don't have to jump onto every single thing that you can get your eyes on. So be patient. There will be plenty of opportunity. Market will give you plenty of opportunities. So just take your time. If you are very impatient, and if you are if you're jumping in too much too fast, then I'm sorry, but this market will not be very kind to you. This market will eat you up. So just be very be patient. Sometimes you have to just let the trade come to you. So and use your stop losses, use your trade. The main thing, I have said this plenty of times, that you don't have to pick the absolutely best coin or best project, but if you use your risk management techniques, if you use your stop management techniques wisely, you will be ahead of most of the investors and traders in this crypto market by the year end. Okay, so there you go. I have said it. If you use it, I'm going to reiterate myself, I'm going to say it again. If you use your risk management and your stop management techniques properly, you will be ahead of most of the people in the crypto market by year end. Okay, so that being said, I will make the morning video on Bitcoin, and it's about 11:30 p.m. Eastern here in US, so probably in about 12 hours I will make a video so in the morning time, and kind of give you an update how the overnight session went, or a morning session in the Asian market. So yep, that's pretty much it, guys. So talk to you soon.